Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. I'm Debbie Hoffman. This is Follow Up Friday. Every Friday morning, I come on live and share some tips that you can implement right away that week to improve your sales and follow up and enroll more clients and make the difference you're here to make in the world. So today's topic is really, really important. So are you clear, like really clear who your ideal client is? And do you clearly share that? Are you able to clearly share that with potential power partners or JV partners or even your clients? So when you're asking for referrals, are you very, very specific on who you're looking for? A lot of entrepreneurs aren't. They just say, like, who do you know who you can refer to me? But you want to be super, super specific so that people know who to refer to you. Okay. So I find that a lot of entrepreneurs are pursuing the wrong people, or because they're not clear on who their ideal client is, they're just going at, they're just talking to everybody, having discovery sessions with everybody, enrolling anybody who wants to work with them. And then if you end up working with the wrong client, it becomes a nightmare, right? So you need to be super clear on who that client is and look for them and then ask for them, okay? So please feel free to share this video with anyone you know who you feel could benefit from the information I'm sharing today. I come on live every Friday morning, normally around 10:15. I will not be on next week because it's the day after Thanksgiving, so just a heads up there. And if you're watching this on the replay, please don't be shy. Ask your questions, put your comments down below. I post this all over Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. It goes out to my email list. So wherever you're seeing this, please send me some questions or comments or thoughts. I love to know the impact that my tips are having on you. And if they're not, then I want to know what I can do to improve it, okay? All right, so the problem is that a lot of entrepreneurs are not clear on who their ideal client is. And they're wasting time with the wrong people, okay? So today I'm going to share what you can do, 3 different steps you can take to make sure you're working with your perfect clients, okay? So the first thing is to sit down and make a list of your favorite clients, the people you've loved working with, or maybe you're currently working with them now. Write down their names and write down, like next to their name, what you enjoy and appreciate the most about them. And what I've noticed is when I do discovery sessions with people, I know immediately if they're the kind of person I want to work with. It's like an energy, it's like an energetic thing that I feel. It's an intangible. So think about those people, how you feel around them, and how they're being, who they're being, how they're showing up, and the impact it has on you. So get really clear on those kinds of people. What do you enjoy and appreciate the most about them? I love working with upbeat people. I love working with people who are like go-getters. They get stuff done because that's how I'm wired. If people are really negative, I don't like to work with them. I just don't like to be around negative people. Okay, so be really clear. That's the first step. And then go a little deeper when you're studying your existing clients. What problem did they have when they came to you? What were the issues they were dealing with? And how did they communicate them to you? Like, what words did they use? And then create a client, like a detailed client profile. And then, so be very, very specific on the problems that they came to you with using their language, not your language. I find that so many of my clients, when I start working with them, are using like industry jargon. They're using, like, if they're a hypnotherapist, they're using language that hypnotherapists use, but you want to use the language that your clients are using. So continue that list and write down what problems did they have, what issues were they struggling with, okay? And then the third step is when you're asking for referrals, refer to those lists and be very specific. Don't say, who do you know who you can refer to me? Say, who do you know who's dealing with this XYZ problem? Because you've identified the problems that people come to you with. Who do you know who's dealing with these specific problems? That's one way you can ask. The other way is go back to your client profile. Are they a man? Are they a woman? Are they a child? How old are they? What are, where do they live? What kind of work do they do? Like, be very, very, very specific on the kind of client that you enjoy working with the most, so that when you're asking for referrals, you can either say, for me, I would say, who do you know who is a coach or consultant or heart-centered entrepreneur who's struggling to enroll clients on a consistent basis, and they're looking for someone to support them to improve their sales results. It's very specific. It's a heart-centered coach or consultant. If you have a specific age group that you work with, so who do you know who's 50 years old or older who's dealing with this problem? Okay, so that's one way you can ask. Then you can also say, when you hear somebody complaining about XYZ, that would be a good referral for me. Okay, so there's two different ways you can ask for referrals. So be really, really clear on the profile of the person that you're looking for, what problems that they have. And then the third step is, when asking for referrals, refer to those lists that you've created. Because if you start working with a client who's not an ideal client, it will turn into a nightmare for you. Early on in my business, I was so needy because I was struggling financially. I just needed clients, and I would just work with anybody who want to work with me. And it ends up being a horrible experience if you're not a good fit for them and they're not a good fit for you. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. And I'm going to be putting out an email next week, and it will be on social media as well for for follow-up on Follow-Up Friday next week, on Black Friday. Some specials that I have at 50% off my normal rate. So I'm going to be offering a VIP day at half off. I'm going to be offering my Profitable Networking Formula Home Study Program at 50% off. So if you've been struggling with networking, or you haven't been going because you don't get results when you network, please invest in that program. It's so thorough. There's so much in there. It's a home study. You do it at your own pace. And then the third thing I'm going to be offering, which I never offer, I just do this once a year. Sometimes I don't even offer it at all, is a 1-hour coaching call with me. I don't work with people one-on-one for an hour, but this will give you a taste of the kind of work that I do, and you'll get a lot out of it. We get so much done in an hour. So stay tuned next week. The email will be going out Friday morning, and love to hear from you and work with you and support you to improve your sales and follow-up, enroll more clients, and make the impact that you're here to make. All right, so have a great weekend, and I'll see you. Well, I won't see you next week on Follow-Up Friday, but you'll be receiving some emails or seeing some posts from me about my specials. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks. All right, have a happy, happy Thanksgiving, and be safe. All right, bye for now.